Hey, so I bought a four-door Corvette Z06. What do I mean? Well, you're gonna have to watch the whole video to find out. Here we go. Hey, my name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Welcome to my Flying Wheels YouTube channel. I am an absolute car fanatic, especially when it comes to Corvettes or anything interesting. If it makes me smile, I am into it. And right here, you'll see a 2005 Cadillac CTS V. What is V? V stands for vroom. I'm just kidding. I don't know what the V stands for, but it does have a Z06 LS6 5.7 liter V8, 405 horsepower with a 6-speed transmission in a four-door sedan. That's the best part. What's really cool about it is how big these brakes are. Check out the giant brake calipers and rotors. Wider tires, 6-lug wheels, which is kind of a bummer, and I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. We have rear spoiler, different rear bumper, dual exhaust. The car is amazing, and it's finally complete. So it didn't come as pretty as what you see right here. I bought it on a dealer-only online auction app that I have. I bought it in, I think, Pennsylvania, had it shipped up to me. It was in rough shape. For what it should be, it was in rough shape. Not as nice as I was hoping, but we brought it back to life. I made the car as perfect as can be, and here's how the entire story goes.
So my CTSV just showed up on a trailer. Let's go check it out.
Gotta love that startup. Ready? Oh, stock exhaust. That's not nearly loud enough. The bummer is this looks way worse in person than it did in the photos. It's too bad. Luckily, I just took a Cadillac in on trade, an 05 CTS, same color, so I think I can swap fenders. The only problem is there's a pinstripe on this car, and there isn't on the other car. Oh, heck yeah. It would be a lot cooler if it had a handbrake right here, though. Instead, it's just a pedal brake. Oh my God, these things are so fast. Wow, I would love a rumble out of it, though. So it's an 05 Cadillac CTS V, 106,000 miles, 6-speed, 5.7 liter, all aluminum. Is it an LS6, I believe? LS6 or LS2? I forget. Whatever's in the 04 Z06 is what this... Oh my goodness. So fun. So fun. This car is awesome. 6-speed makes this so much more enjoyable. Oh, it sounds so good. I have to do the exhaust. So I have a set of Camaro SS wheels that are absolutely going on this, off a 2011 Camaro SS that have just been sitting around. Those are definitely going on this car. Yes, yes, yes. I love cars. Question for all you guys and gals out there. So I have this carbon fiber spoiler. This is actually a really expensive spoiler that I just took off like an Audi A5 a long time ago. And this already has the holes in the trunk. Let's see if it lines up. It doesn't line up. Keep it, don't keep it. Keep it, don't keep it. I don't think so. CTS update. I'm really, really disappointed and surprised. The CTS is 6-lug. 6-lug. So my Camaro wheels aren't gonna fit on this. I bought this car specifically thinking my 20-inch SS wheels would look just absolutely nasty on this car. And they don't fit because this is a 6-lug. What else am I gonna put on these things? I guess just keep them, I guess. And I did buy a spoiler. So even though I have a car with a trunk lid that would fit this, I think this had a CTS spoiler that somebody removed, so I bought a new one to just paint it and replace it. So my two favorite things to clean are headlights and wheels. German's far better at it than I am, but check this out. Old headlight, still old headlight, but German worked his magic on it, so you can see the before and after. And then also, here's the body on this side after German buffing this side. Even better that German just pointed out, he got the stripe off. Did you do that with just a buffer?
Yeah.
Just heat? Wow. Oh, the stripe came right off. That's so great. So the car is absolutely filthy. German, why do you buff the car dirty?
It just makes me feel bad about it.
So I usually wash the car before I buff it, and I notice you don't.
I just dust it off of anything.
You dust it off and then buff it? So although we can't use those Camaro wheels, check these out. So this is the before of the Cadillac CTS factory wheels. Then we have German using wheel acid on them right now. You can see the green is eating away. The acid's actually eating away all the dirt. That's what's turning green. I want to show you how good this looks after German's buff. Check that out.
I like that.
The chrome's more noticeable. The paint's clean. I thought this car was a rat when it showed up. Looks damn good. My only qualm about this car is there's not enough pizzazz. I'd like more appeal to it. I want it to look like a race car like they did with the new CTSVs. Obviously other people felt that way too because the front bumper, the wheels, the V, and the rear spoiler and the rear bumper isn't really enough to make it stand out over the standard CTSs. So 2 weeks ago, a customer bought a Honda Accord off me and they traded in that Cadillac CTS. A week before I bought that Cadillac CTS. Both identical colors. And guess what? This Cadillac CTS has a dent right there. But guess what? This Cadillac CTS does not have a dent right there. And they are identical colors. What are the chances? I haven't had a Cadillac CTS in like 5 years. And I happen to have two that are the same color that needs a fender that doesn't have a dent in the fender. Now, why would I take a fender off a good Cadillac CTS? Because it's not that good. Let me show you why. First of all, check out this seat. Second of all, armrest, seats, the shifter, shut up. It's hard to go into reverse. Guess what else? There's a hole in this trunk, and there is not in this trunk. So if the spoiler I got doesn't fit this trunk, they're flipping it and reversing it. I'm swapping them. Otherwise, I'm somewhat disappointed in how similar these CTSs look. Now this is a CTSV. This is the supercar of Cadillacs. And the only differences that I'm really noticing, I got a V right here. I have dual exhaust. This does not have dual exhaust. Third brake light is identical. Sunroof, sunroof. We have suede leather combo, 6-speed. Then we have leather, whatever that is, 6-speed, same shifter. What about the cluster? The cluster's pretty similar. Well, this is nav. Back seats. Oh, I have my weight bag in there. Back seats. I mean, the car, yes, huge brakes, different suspension, incredible engine, 400 horsepower versus like 280. So obviously the car performs way, way better. Even the front bumper is really, really similar. So you get about this much more lip on this one than that one, but we're even using the same lights. Cadillac CTS update. So the fender's coming off, but it wasn't as easy as we had anticipated because German took off 20 or 30 nuts and bolts already. Phase 2, fender is removed. Screws everywhere. Spots everywhere for nuts and bolts. German just mentioned a great idea, which I hadn't even thought of, but is clearly obvious. He's gonna hammer all these dents out best he can while the fender's off the car. You'll notice too, German just mentioned he actually wet sanded this one deeper because you'll notice here there's still a lot of fogginess and haziness to the headlight even after a buff. So he went deeper on this one a little bit harder, and now he's going to do the other side tomorrow. There's an 05 GTO right in front of me, 5.7. Is that the same 5.7 that's in this? Is that an LS6 or is that an LS1? The difference is a huge difference actually in horsepower, from 345 horse to 405 horse. That is the standard Corvette versus the Z06 Corvette. This has the Z06 Corvette engine in it. So does the GTO 5.7 have the Z06 engine or the base model Corvette engine? I'm not really sure. You guys tell me. What I can tell you is this car rips! Rips! Fastest sedan I've ever been in! Yes! What does a newer CTSV have? I know it's a supercharged, is it a supercharged 6.2 or is it a supercharged 7-liter? Oh, it's a chick! It's a chick driving that 6-liter GTO. She's got me beat. LS2, 6-liter. I'm in an LS6, 5.7. Same horsepower though. And we have arrived. So here it is, it's finished. The car is done, the car is complete. Total turnaround, waiting for parts, waiting for paint, waiting for just trying to fit it in between other cars. Took us about 2 weeks from start to finish. Now, for a car dealership, that is an incredibly slow recon, but we have other cars in the process. So it's not like I just had this sitting on a lift for 2 weeks waiting. We had other cars we were working on at the same time. Here's a walk around of the car, finished. I'm really proud of how it came out. I think it came out great. I think it looks awesome. And it sounds just a little bit better now. So the Cadillac CTS V first debuted in 2004 with a 5.7 liter pushrod V8, which is the Z06 LS6 engine, boasting 400 horsepower and 395 foot-pounds of torque. Standard option was a 3.2 liter six-cylinder or the better 3.6 liter V6. I remember when these cars first debuted, and it was the movie Bad Boys 2 with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. Dan Marino was test driving a Cadillac CTS, and that was like Cadillac's big show-off move. Here's our new car. Will Smith beat the crap out of it through the streets of Miami.
Dan Marino should definitely buy this car.
That was a cool car back then when that first came out. Now imagine a cool car like that and then they put a Corvette engine package in it. Now its direct competitor for the age is the Chrysler 300 SRT8. But the SRT8 didn't come with a manual transmission option. Another amazing part of this car is the Frisbee size, kitchen dinner size plate Brembo disc brake package. Check out the giant brake calipers and rotors. Now, one of the other competitors to the CTS V is the Holden Monaro, otherwise known as the GTO, is an Australian-built car with a 5.7 liter GM Corvette engine, which was standard in the base model Corvettes in 2004. Now, another semi-direct competitor to the CTS V was the Pontiac GTO. Pontiac's always been that better version for GM. It's a little bit better than Chevy, but it's a step under Cadillac. Now in 2004, the GTO had 345 horsepower out of their 5.7 liter LS1 engine. The CTSV had a 5.7 liter LS6 engine. So we're going from base model Corvette engine to Z06 Corvette engine. So the 2004 CTSV put out 400 horsepower. In 2005, the GTO came with the optional 6-liter engine, which also competed with this LS6. So the LS2 6-liter, which was in the standard Corvette base model in 2005, had 400 horsepower. Now, when talking about the Chrysler 300C, that car came with the optional Hemi 5.7 liter. But for the SRT8, it was a 425 horsepower 6.1 liter, which was also in the SRT8 Challenger. And 0 to 60 is almost identical. It's 3.9 seconds in the Cadillac CTSV. It is 4.1 seconds in the SRT8. The CTSV was 3,850 pounds, whereas the SRT8 is 5 inches longer and weighs 4,100 pounds. I've driven a few Chrysler 300 Hemis, and I've even been in the SRT8. It's fast, but it feels heavy, it feels big. Driving this CTSV, it doesn't feel like I'm sitting in a Cadillac because I'm obviously much higher. I'm not wrapped into the seat as much as I am in a Corvette, but this is a much easier car to drive. I feel like I'm in a sports car versus the SRT8 300. I feel it's just a big, bulky car with a giant engine. Something pretty neat and a fun fact, when this car was tested in Top Gear, it was only a half a second behind a $190,000 Lamborghini Gallardo. Now, this car had a $51,000 MSRP, so $51,000 new, and it's almost as fast and performs almost as well as a Lamborghini Gallardo on a racetrack. Okay, enough talking. Let's take it for a rip. I'm gonna roll down the window so we can hear the engine. Wow, that was fast and fun, and comfortable, and smooth. So many adjectives for this car. All right, everybody, that's it for my Cadillac CTS V video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. You can hit the bell down below and get notifications every time I make a new video. And one more shameless plug, this car is for sale now, so you can see more information and pictures on my website, www.flying-wheels.com. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Adios!